welcome to Swift Talk, a series where we chat about everything happening at SwiftShift. My name is Maddie, and I'm the marketing coordinator at SwiftShift, and I'm joined today by our COO, Amy Nelson, and our director of private duty nursing services, Tracie Collins. Hi, Amy and Tracie. How are you guys today?
Good. Hi, Maddie.
Hi. Hello, guys. Good to see you.
Long time no see. So thank you for taking the time to be here today. As we get started, I'd just love to quickly hear from both of you. You can tell me about yourself, your role within SwiftShift, and any past experience in home care or technology. So, Amy, let's start with you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Nelson. I am the Chief Operating Officer here at SwiftShift. I have been in the home healthcare industry for over 20 years with my own company, and then I worked for one of the largest pediatric home care companies in the nation and ran their transitional care program, helping to get clients home, and now I am with SwiftShift.
Cool. Great. Thank you. And Tracie, how about you?
Yes. Hello, everyone. So I am Tracie Collins, a director of private duty nursing operations and services. So I have been in home care for the past 3 years and previously worked in talent acquisition for 10 years and in home care talent acquisition for about 3.5 years as well. So here to help run our private duty nursing business and really take it to the next level. So happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for being here and sharing those experiences. I'm sure they'll come up as we continue on, and Amy will actually be in all of these broadcasts and we'll rotate guests around. So Tracie, thank you for being here again. We're going to dive right in, and this talk show is going to be all about getting acquainted with SwiftShift, our product, and what all the buzz is about. So shall we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So let's start with Amy. Amy, what is SwiftShift?
Sure. So SwiftShift was really founded to try to redefine really where the home care industry is. The home care industry is very regulated, very conforming, and really to see outside of the box ways to help not just the back office be more efficient, but also to help the nurses and caregivers, therapists, aides really have a better experience. So we have a platform that is designed to do just that. It's to empower the caregivers, the staff, to actually utilize better care and outcomes for our patients by having the artificial intelligence and also really kind of some algorithms that help to ensure that the nurses are really caring about the care and not worrying about all the bureaucracy that the back office really can create sometimes for the nurse and caregiver client experience.
Okay, great. And so with all of that, like, why does it exist? Why do we need SwiftShift?
So, as you know, our team has a lot of experience in the home healthcare industry, and then our CEO has a lot of technical experience. And so really the partnership of making sure that we can really look at what the future of healthcare is, and we all believe that home care is going to play a huge part of that, especially in today's world where, you know, nobody wants to go to an institution if you can even get in at this point. And so really we know that it's a cost-effective solution, but it's also where people want to be and where they do best in their outcomes. And so, you know, we really are here to grow that, attract more people to this industry because it is a limited supply industry at the moment. And that's really the constraint for agencies to grow is by, you know, the supply side. The demand is there, but the supply side is not. And so we are here to really empower and provide some efficiencies on the back office so that we can pay the best in the industry, and also so that we have incentives for our nurses and our care team to really grow and build their own teams. And we're just here to really support them.
That's great. Thank you. And Tracie, let's hop over to you. I mean, you both talked about your experience, previous experience in home care, and there's so many of these home care giants people are probably so familiar with. So what makes SwiftShift different from those home care giants that everyone is familiar with?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like I'm so excited to be able to talk about this thing specifically. So first and foremost, SwissShift is a nurse managed platform. So say that out loud and say that internally is it's nurse managed. So with that being said, we really focus on our caregivers and client first mentality. You won't find that elsewhere, especially within some of the other home care giants. So what we've done is really decommissioning the bureaucracy. So everything is compliance driven. We go within the law, but we give people the freedom to do on their own and service the client in the way that's the best for the client. So that is, just extremely important. I think what sets ourselves apart as well is the team. So we have a team of caregivers that are leading in their communities. They lean on us for the support when they need, but they're our local experts. They know that community, and we can really let them guide us. They tell us what they need, and we provide that for them. So those are some of the things that I think are really special. One other aspect is that our referral partners trust us to manage the client's schedule. So that also adds into the experience that's different for everyone. And then the other side of it is our clients. So clients are able to provide us with real-time feedback, communication, and support as well.
That's great. Thank you. Lot to take in there. But cool. And I guess we'll move on to our next question. Sorry, just referencing my document. But I guess we're going to ask kind of both of you this, and it can be from your own perspectives and your own different positions and experiences. But what gets you most excited about SwissShift, like moving forward? Amy, we can start with you.
Yeah, what gets me most excited is I feel like, again, this industry has been very cookie cutter. Everybody does it kind of the same. There's really not a lot of unique experiences. And I think we have the opportunity to provide, the Uber of the taxi company, but in healthcare, and something that most people don't really think about, that healthcare can have that kind of transformation. And if COVID has taught us anything, honestly, it's that technology is more and more relevant. My children go to the doctor, and they actually said to me the other day when we were doing a video, they were like, I never thought in a million years that this would be how I'm going to see my doctor, through the video. And it's from the kids' eyes, right? Like that's what they're living through. But I think it's also in healthcare where it is so conforming, and people don't necessarily know if there is the ability to change. And I think we're actually doing that, and it's really exciting. And our partners in these agencies, they are just embracing it and growing, and we are growing very, very quickly, which is super fun for us. But it also just is proving that people are wanting something different.
Yeah, that's great. And Tracie, for you?
Yeah, so I think a couple things. I remember first hearing about the SwissShift concept a little bit ago, and I was just ecstatic. I'm like, this is such a great idea. So just being able to have that excitement. And personally, I think that the future of healthcare is at home. Of course, COVID kind of springboarded that even further, but why wouldn't it be the future of healthcare being at home? I think the other aspects is we have such a quick onboarding process compared to a lot of other home care agencies. That is, we can get a nurse working as quickly as 72 hours or less if possible, and due to availability. But that's amazing. That is something that a lot of other agencies are not doing. So the other aspect is, I think, the empowerment. Whenever I first heard about this, what stood out was the empowerment, and we are giving that empowerment to our nurses, to our clinicians, to our therapists. So that is just so amazing. And I think in a world that's ever changing, giving that to them and saying, take this and run, is what just really excites me.
Awesome. And let me ask you this, with Tracie, you're speaking to nurses day in and day out. Do you feel that excitement when they're like, oh, I get to own this and manage this? Can you hear it, feel it, see it? Taking the initiative?
Yeah, I actually offered a recent LPN yesterday, and he was just like, I have not been excited about a new opportunity in a long time, and thanked me for it. So he was just so thrilled with the entire Swift Shift concept and the fact that he could grow, he could build a team. He was like, nurses know nurses. So he was just like, thank you for this opportunity. I haven't had this feeling in a long time, and he's really excited to join the team here next week.
That's so cool. Yay. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, moving on, kind of, Amy, you were mentioning with what you're excited about is how quickly we're growing. So with that, why do you think people should join our team? Our nurse team, our Swift Shift team, whatever it is, what's the excitement all about now?
Part of the Swift Shift growing in general is more agency partners. So as you know, you have to have a license in order to operate into a state. You can't just go in willy-nilly, because obviously we're taking care of, very fragile people. And so, that is really important for us, as we are looking for agency partners that are ready to take that next step, as well as we're looking for team members to help, grow and build their own teams and communities, and have that ability to be on the ground floor to help us shape the product in the way that's going to best effectively manage themselves as well, and also grow the community. I mean, I think that's one of the really cool things, is seeing, our Swift Shift community chatting and sharing best practices, and across the country. It's not just, you're limited to your local home care association or your agency's specific information that they can pass on to you. And so I think, again, just building that really, that network and growing is really exciting. And honestly, I think people right now are trying to think about, how do we get creative? How do we live in this new world? What does this new world even look like, right? And I think that this is the opportunity to join that and know that you're still providing a huge difference in the community.
Yeah, I agree 100%, especially with everyone getting creative on so many levels. And Tracie, how about you? Why do you think anyone should join our team?
Yeah, so I'll kind of piggyback off on my previous comment. Just the excitement. I felt the excitement when I first heard about it, and then when I talked to nurses, they could be a nurse that's been a nurse for 40 years. They could be a nurse that's been a nurse for 4 years. No matter who I mention this to, every reaction is, oh my goodness, that's genius, or oh my goodness, like, that's amazing. And kind of like I said too, nurses know nurses. So having them be empowered to build their own team, but drive this platform forward, is whenever I talk to a nurse, that's what I tell them why I joined. I think relating on that personal level is something that's important to them. And then hearing the excitement and the passion that I have, but also sharing the excitement and the passion that not just the three of us have, but our entire team has. When we're on these huddles, live chatting, growing this business, we're all driven and committed to it. So that's what's exciting and why anyone should join.
Yeah, I agree. Well, cool. I'm looking at the time. We kept it nice and short, which is cool. So it's super digestible for people. And we'll consistently be releasing these mini episodes of Swift Talk. Tracie, I'm sure you'll be back soon. Amy and I will continue to have our fellow team members on to have these more important conversations around our product, what our team is building, and the strides we're making towards this transformational change within the home care industry. So I'm really excited about it. So thank you guys again both for being here. And I will let you, we got an applause. Thanks for that. We will let you guys get back to the rest of your day, and we'll see everyone else soon. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.